Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final series of the Group B group stage, NIP versus Fnatic. It comes down to this. One team will go to the upper bracket, and one will start in the lower bracket and face best of ones and potential elimination in the first round of the playoffs. I'm Zyori, joined by Trent, and we are here. Are we the final stream of the day already, Trent? Just starting our third series?
I think there's still some games going.
Okay. But very likely
we're
could
last
be.
to start the last series. That is for sure. Keen and Liquid have already mopped it up, and so have VG and Navi.
Okay. So we went the stretch in both of our opening series today, and now we're faced with the original matchup we started with yesterday, NIP and Fnatic. This was the one that originally went the stretch. Our opening game was over 70 minutes, the Mega versus Mega Creep showdown. It was a hell of a series, and now we're back right where we started. What a storyline.
Indeed. A true Mega Creep comeback there for Fnatic in that game, as they were Mega'd first. But
yes,
this guy, he was the hero, despite losing. I'm tempted to call PBD the best player in that game, because he's the only reason they even came close.
So I'm trying to remember back to those drafts. It feels so long ago. We've seen a lot of Dota between now and then.
Basically, they picked Prophet in the first phase in game one, and then he just got ignored for the rest of the series. So I expect to see a little bit more of him.
Bounty Hunter, also still available here. Maybe we'll get to see him this series. Absent in all three of the last matches, actually. I think untouched, not banned or picked up.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team
We've also seen Lifestealer taken out early a number of times, and here a new recurring theme, the Shadow Shaman in the opener. Nice combo here.
You pretty much have to take him in the opener. He's going to get banned, and we know that NIP like to play it as well. We saw it twice from them this morning in their loss to LGD, once in a win, once in a loss. So now Fnatic, we understand that they can put it on DJ, or they can give to Jabs. He had a little bit of flexibility there. But I think DJ has played it.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess they've only had the one game so far this tournament, but we would be foolish to assume that it can't be played on the 5 as well, even though they primarily play it as the 4.
All right. Phantom Assassin. Nice and early here as well. What do you think?
Interesting. No Chen available, and you pretty much guarantee the mag is going to be banned, but it is a natural evasion hero versus the Lifestealer. Of course, this idea of a counter pick didn't work out too well for Infamous in the previous game. And the Ursa was still there too, who I would consider to be a little bit better versus Shadow Shaman with the ultis. So a little surprised they went for this first, but they don't have the 10th pick, and they really like securing Ace, that like game-winning hero. So I guess they feel like they're just going to build the rest of their lineup around Ace anyway and not worry too much about the counter picks.
Yeah.
Just Viper's already banned anyway.
No, glad you brought up Ace. I think we need to remember the Arc Warden, always a threat. We did see that in that opening series also. Something to keep in the back of your brain as these bans come out. Darkseer and Razor now removed. Lone Druid has also evaded the bans thus far.
Remaining.
That's a pretty good one to bring up here.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe a little difficult to work in when you already have a Lifestealer, because you kind of assume that MP is going to be playing the Lifestealer. I'd probably focus on another Ice hero. Anything else with a good break? I mean, they could play 5 Nyx as well. The break's kind of good out of the Nyx Assassin.
Maybe you just ban the Brewmaster, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good game for him. Does okay versus the Nature's Prophet too.
I mean, that game was particularly good, but it's generally a strong hero. We've seen it banned out a number of times so far. Very good at just breaking up those mid-game timings.
Yeah, it lanes well with the Shadow Shaman too. Oh, oh no, okay, never mind. Last track is gone. I was gonna say, speaking of laning well with him, but
Turn to ban.
okay, Ice Timber. This was targeted a couple times.
Okay.
In their first series too, they banned it in their third game when NIP won.
If you're Fnatic right now, are you worried at all about Ursa? Do you just assume there's not a world where you want to run PA and Ursa together?
I think you ban the mag first and you see where they go.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's probably what I would say. I think I banned Mag, and I don't think I'm taking a jabs on dying. Honestly, Wyvern looks kind of okay, but been a hero that people have kind of strayed away from.
For which team?
For jabs, just because I think like Fnatic have next pick, and then they probably want to pick their 5, assuming this is a DJ Shaman.
Thinking hard about this 5th ban here. I wonder what else they're considering besides Magnus.
I think the Ursa, as you said, is probably one of the better ones. The only other heroes that we typically see buff up the PA are the Chen and the Darkseer with the Iron Shell, and they're both been removed, one by NIP and one by Fnatic. So
there's also like a
the
Doom.
Meg is definitely the standout.
Yeah, there's a Doom Grimstroke still available, so you could consider breaking up that combo if you don't want Doom.
That's a pretty good one too. Okay, the Slider, that's fair. That's definitely a big buff up here with the PA, and then they take the Doom themselves. So maybe that's what the conversation was.
Yeah.
How do we guard up against a couple of 3/3 heroes?
I think Slardar PA obliterates Doom. It is so difficult. I mean, you can buy armor items, but the minus armor plus the heavy physical just cuts him down so effectively. It also gives them really good Roche potential. Slardar PA, Nature's Prophet is your opener. You're pretty good at taking those objectives.
Remaining.
And yeah, now they need a Soxa hero because they want to see the other support before they pick the hero for 3/3 to get an idea of what his lane's going to be like, or if they have a favorable 1v1 matchup if they want to try and force an aggro try. So Soxa's hero, the Earth Spirit is pretty good in combination with the Nature's Prophet, especially if it's in a core role. So, is there any Peter hero that's also a Soxa hero? They could pick like an ET here, and then they could see the next hero for Fnatic, and then they can decide if they want this to be a Peter Prophet or a 3/3 Prophet. Just get one of these like melee supports that they run core or that they run for 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go about it. I think the Bounty Hunter's still got to be tempting, but they actually take the Ursa. All right.
Okay.
And with
looking
Magnus
like
still in the pool,
game.
like, are they going to go Magnus now?
I don't know.
That seems
it didn't
crazy.
work out too well last game, dude. You watched that last game, you're just like,
I know.
I don't know, guys.
But I mean, it's a different setup here. I guess you can see what this pick is. You're still. God, those lanes are just so brutal.
10 seconds remaining.
Especially with a Nature's Prophet, someone that doesn't provide much
5
disable. You know,
seconds
Sprout's kind of like a half disable.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're again like all in on this RP. That shit is scary. But now a new face, Jakiro for Fnatic.
That's a nice one. That's a good position 5 here. Good against the Nature's Prophet in kind of the early, the mid, and even the late game. Very long range control for stopping his split push. You're great against all the treants. Liquid Fire is annoying for Ursa and PA. The one downside is that although you're tanky enough to probably not get burst down instantly by PA or Ursa, you get daggered and like you're so slow and you can't turn and cast your spells. So, but then again, if they're targeting you with the Jakiro, you've probably done your job.
Yeah, that's fair.
It opens you up for a couple nice last picks as well, like out of the mid lane, like maybe like a puck or something, depending on what looks good.
What are some other good options here for NIP? I think they really need some control.
I think Nyx looks pretty good this game.
All right, well, Lion definitely fits the bill. Stun and a Hex, some nice burst damage to follow up. Once he gets a Blink, he can definitely play Initiator, run around with Ursa or PA as a ganking duo. Solid.
Yeah, smoke Ursa, smoke Lion up together. Nature's Prophet TP's in.
10 seconds remaining.
Almost looks like a Zeus game or something for
Radiant
NIP.
team
And they will ban that. See, I would have liked that they picked the nature or the Death Prophet first. That's actually what I was gonna say. Is I think that line pick should have been DP. Even though it's kind of awkward to put your 3 cores in a row like that, it doesn't matter at this point, right? Because you need the 2 picks in a row. And is Lion really so crucial to your game that because the Death Prophet feels like the best, like 9th pick hero right now out of what's left because the Viper's already gone and the Razor's already gone. And if you need some hero that's gonna have a good time,
unless they want Lina,
NIP go for is the Lina.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. With the paired with the Lion, you've got crazy burst damage. I think you need somebody with a little more control than the DP. You're relying way too much on the Lion to connect with his stuns if you don't take someone that has at least a follow-up stun.
I think, I don't know. I guess DP, like, you don't necessarily need her Roche taking capability, but I do think the silence is pretty nice versus the Lifestealer, and then the tower taking is good. You can't really just rely on Nature's Prophet.
I mean, I think they'll be okay to take Roche with PA and Ursa anyway. She'll get a Deso. They'll have some minus armor. Roche should not be a big problem for them.
Well, at the very least, they are Radiant side, so they do have the option of going a bit greedier. They're going Necrophos for Fada here, it looks like. The Pugna ban, that definitely sticks out. I mean, Pugna's also just very good against PA and Ursa, but whenever you see that...
it also synergizes well with their Shadow Shaman, Jakiro, like 3 really good pushing heroes on top of Doom.
Yeah.
That's scary. You don't want to get run over in your first game just because you let them grab a lot of tower takers. Final pick, it's a Dazzle.
Oh
okay.
my god, it's your boy.
Dude, a hero we have not talked about at all since this tournament started. It seems pretty solid here. Wanted some sustainability, obviously. It's the name of the game. It's really good with Ursa and PA in the lane to set up kills.
Well, here's the thing. I think it might be mid. I mean... Not necessarily, but I think it's like, because the Shadow, if I could pick any hero of this lineup, I feel like that Grief Shadow Fiend would have looked pretty good, right? But you can't really just pick Grief Shadow Fiend without knowing what your matchup is, but you can pick Grief's Dazzle without knowing your matchup is, because he does win all these matchups. So now, it's probably more likely it's going to be the Prophet mid, and then the Dazzle is going to wind up for PPD, but they are leaving that option open here based on this last pick.
I like it. I think you're absolutely right. Dazzle is flexible enough that he can hold his own in virtually any lane. Is there any world where Lion goes mid if they're committed to a Prophet support?
God, no. That is not a thing.
No?
People want it to be a thing, but I can't let it happen.
Didn't somebody
Maybe
do
if
it
your
in
enemy
C
is
not that
so
long ago?
squishy.
Yeah, okay.
If they're super squishy, there's no thanks. I'll pass.
What, if they put Rasta mid, then NIP will react by rotating Lion mid? Is that what you're saying?
There you go. Yeah, that's the play. It's the only choice, clearly.
I don't know what's ideal. I mean, Lina could work for Fnatic as well. And, wow, they take the puck. So we've talked about puck against Pango, but this is just a Dragon synergy here. They're building into a potential Viper role.
Yeah, that's why I said when they picked the Jakiro that it was a good setup for the puck. Because you just need some hero that starts the fight.
It's good, though. Yeah, you're right. A great initiator. Perfect coil game. Dazzle.
Really good versus Dazzle. Because you can just face shift the poison.
Yeah, Dazzle will be core. It's Fada that picks it up. And I think Silence is also very good against Dazzle. He's super sensitive to timings like that. So Puck's ability to jump in, phase shift his little bit of damage output, and then drop a Waning Rift is super solid, at least until he gets Greaves. All right. Well, what do you think here, bud? Who's got the draft? Is this an NIP game 1 or a Fnatic?
I'm going with Fnatic. As I eat my trail mix. I mean, they got the Infest Bomb of the Puck and the Lifestealer. Hop on in there. They got the Doom. I feel like Doom's been slaying it in most of these games.
Shadowblade Doom for a potential Lifestealer vehicle also.
Yep.
Very good tower pressure. Definitely
I'm never
true.
going against the DJ Shaman.
I want to say the same thing about the Fada Dazzle. I think I've got to go all in with NIP game number 1. We're going to have the classic caster rivalry here. They're going to redeem this PA Ursa combo. They're going to set it up with a really great supporting cast. I think that's the magic that has potential to make it work. It's going to be a 33 Ursa, so that should be interesting. I guess the lanes will probably be Prophet Ursa. Is that what you're thinking?
I'll have to look again.
And then Lion with Ace's PA.
Probably Peter with Ace, I think. Because you want to secure the PA more so than the Ursa.
You might wish to retract your last move.
Prepare for battle.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Or, oh, I had it the other way. I'm sorry. So Sox is the one to take the Lion. Well, that's what you're here for, Trent. Earning your keep.
Got him.
Oh, there we go. All right, Abed Puck. I'm excited to see some Puck action. What is the current state of the Fairy Dragon, do you think? Overall, relatively strong or not so much?
Had a strong showing, at least in terms of pick rate at CQ, at least compared to like the past couple of months. A lot of people, like OD was kind of the king at the CQ Major, and so a lot of teams were picking this Puck because they saw it as a hero that could kind of do well with it in the mid lane. It was definitely a player skill thing, but a lot of Pucks were getting like kills versus the OD and just at least offering some pressure on the hero, whereas most couldn't.
30 seconds to
But then OD got kind of pushed out, so Puck kind of went away at the same time. And then we saw it several games. I think Ori hit a couple nice games on the Puck.
Okay.
at the minor, but at the same time, they had some pretty bad games too, where like the first item seems to be very in flux right now for puck players. I'm not sure if they're, the Blink Dagger games look good, but then sometimes we get these Veil firsts or like just straight out Yules. Seem to be some questions on the build right now.
Okay, probably a couple null tallies along the way, I would imagine. Well, Invasion down bottom. NIP grab one, and there's still a bounty to contest over up top. Looks like they've successfully invaded. They'll get a stun onto DJ. 33, adding up some right clicks, eats his way through. This should be a first blood, though, and they've got it. Saksa with the last right click, and NIP should grab that last bounty to make it a 3-for-1. Nice start here for the Radiant.
Having a trade with the Jakiro doesn't usually feel too good, but PPD started right with the Blightstone, so a bit greedy, but it works when you have this PA in your lane, right? Because she's going to throw the daggers, you're going to have the trance punching.
Ice is taking a lot of damage here. That Blightstone is super value. Double Stout again.
Yeah, they're just trying to pull it back right now. How much regen do they bring? 3 on the Doom, and then just 2 on the Jakiro. So, yeah, it seems that Fnatic have this idea of this double stout, and then just, if it's an unfavorable matchup like it was with the Lifesteal and the Ursa, they just pull the wave off it. Like the constant aggro, and they just tank the wave the whole time. It's really interesting. Because, again, this is an unfavorable matchup. Like, usually you wouldn't think that Doom Jakiro could kind of hold their own here because of exactly this. Nature's Prophet is the best position 5 in the game at doing this, at securing a lane for someone, because he just does what you're looking at. He just stands still.
He womps.
And then he goes home and brings back more regen because he has global TP.
He's the Whomping Willow.
But yeah, they just tank the wave. They don't even care. And of course, double stout versus trance is also pretty handy.
Yeah, that's a great point too. Against Nature's Prophet, you can make a much stronger case for it. TP home. That's the other great thing about Prophet. Trips back and forth. Checking in onto the mid. Puck versus the Dazzle. Definitely Puck favored right now. But I think with Dazzle, it gets better over time. Like you mentioned, hard to really abuse the poison on Dazzle, and we'll see if that affects his build at all, or if he still goes for something reminiscent of a 4-1-1 or maybe something like that with an adjustment.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be like a 2-0-2 kind of build still, because you can still just keep walking on Abed, and if he's just never going to phase shift, I mean, you're still going to get a favorable trade. At least if you're in advantage with your creep wave, that is. Just straight up, you can't.
Speaking of trades.
There you go. Did he? Oh my god, did he? No, he didn't dodge that. I thought he did for a second. That would have been insane. I mean, he knew that the Invis rune was coming, but still. So he will get a little bit of damage on him there, but it's virtually nothing. It's only 4 seconds right now.
Yeah, he went for that second point and heal. The level 1 poison is pretty underwhelming for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting to get an Invis rune for a free poison. Oh, look where Jabs is going. Singing the swan song here. Buy your TP.
Pulling happening in both lanes here, but it's the suicide trip back to the well.
And you can see what Peter's doing too, right? He just constantly having these treants in these camps down bottom to make sure that there won't be anything for the Doom to devour. So he's just been eating lane creeps, no special bonus. And I love the way Peter abuses the Nature's Prophet with that. It's kind of disgusting. Like, he buys the Blightstone, but then he just goes back home with his first TP to bring more regen. So it's like your initial cost doesn't matter, whereas a lot of supports you, of course, can't do that because you can't just instantly go back home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of wild. For so long, Prophet was thought of as a core, and now you look at him as a 5. It's like, damn, this guy's incredible. He's just got a free TP scroll. That's sick as a support.
He definitely has issues, though. He's like, does not have a good stun. Of course, that's something you almost always look for from your supports. And they didn't really make up for that in their core picks either. A lot of that burden is going to fall onto a Sox of this game on the line.
That's definitely the drawback of a mid Dazzle. Speaking up top, though, MP taking a lot of damage from 33. Now turns on to DJ. Not going to dive the tower, though. And we'll head back to farming. But, yeah, the mid Dazzle, he gives you a lot of sustain. Not much in the way of control.
NIP are just looking to either win or go even on the lanes, and then although they don't have the best like ganking possibility because they said like the mid dazzle and only the stuns out from the line, they just want to pressure into towers, get the Greaves up, and maybe even like lock it Greaves like the Necrophos builds for the dazzle, and then secure Roche and just push towers. Pretty cut and dry game plan from them.
Peter still unrelenting with his harassment, at least a ring of protection now for Doom. Helps mitigate some of that Blightstone. About to see the 5-minute bounties. Looks like Saksa will make a movement over that way. It might actually go the way of NIP across the board. We'll see initiation now onto the Lion. Is he going to just die here? Rage mitigates the stun. Instead, they're going to go in onto the Shadow Shaman. Who will go down first? It is DJ. Saksa destined to fall, though. Jabs. Not going to grab it. It's PPD there in time to get the bounty. MP will walk around and pick up the other, but that sneaky snake nature's prophet has done it again.
Oh, that's a little closer than I expected there. Went for the shrine, but he'll be able to heal up and return on MP. But yeah, nice one by Peter.
3 for 1 on the bounties.
So Ace still top in the charts here, 33, 34 now, and 10 as he gets to deny in Ice's face, who is still going for that Midas. So it's probably going to look a lot like 3-3's game, where despite having a little bit of pressure early on, he's already caught up in terms of last hits, and then he can even grab a Hellbear Smash from now that the NP finally left and this camp was open.
I feel like Ice is so good at doing this, keeping a low profile early on so you feel like, okay, we've zoned him out, we can move on now. And then he just comes out and finds all this farm.
Look at his Prophet. Nature's Prophet ganking Puck mid. Another downside to the Prophet, like just walking in view of this ward too, which did spot the haste rune being grabbed. And well, Prophet, not the scariest hero with a haste rune because he's kind of balanced around being able to show up anywhere anyway.
He's still womping on DJ though.
Yeah, that's true.
Knowing his limits here, throwing some right clicks and just heading back.
That courier's coming right his way.
Oh.
He ran out of his haste rune, though.
Yeah, going to be a tough one.
Good ward, though. Scouting everything they're up to. Oh, Sentry's ready, though, and are they about to get it? Yup. Lion goes down bottom. They're going to go for a kill into Ice Ice. They know he's playing aggressive because he's level 6.
3-on-1. No support inbound. It'll be a tough one for Jail to survive this.
He tries the second point in Scorched Earth to live. Not worth.
Definitely not.
Stokes the furnace.
You might wish to retract your last move.
Nice.
Well said, Abed.
Manner pause here. Just kidding. I'm sure there's some sort of issue. Hopefully it'll be resolved pretty quick. Our Dazzle is going straight for the Necronomicon. Not a big surprise. Great farming tool with the bad juju.
Oh, yeah, I like that, actually. So he goes, probably go Necro 1 into Greaves, I guess, and then go back for the other Necros.
Something like that. It's purely just a farming tool. Lets you shove out lanes, farm out the jungle. And since you can heal them, they basically never die. And the uptime with the cooldown reduction is really good. I forget if it's 100%. I don't think it is, but it's pretty close.
I think at max level it is.
Yeah, max level, yeah.
Yeah, they got 60 seconds these days, man. These things are great. So even at, yeah, so 35%. So even just level 12, they're 100% uptime.
Oh, that's solid.
Pause on pause action here. Okay, cool.
Goes both ways. Now we're even. PA farming away down bottom. She has actually picked up the power treads. 500 net worth above the leading farmer of the Dire. Ace in his natural habitat.
You know, if the opponents rely heavily on magic immediately, Puck may choose to purchase an Aghanim Scepter to make sure the Dream Coil remains a powerful disable.
Now that's a good tip.
Thanks, Valve. I think Purge wrote all those. That's my theory. They sat him that time they had him there doing the little tips for the newbie stream. I think they just put him in a room and they said, listen, every tip you give us is 1 more minute on an unreleased hero. And he just kept on going.
It all makes sense. 33 up top. He survives. Now down bottom. PPD caught by some shackles. Puck jaunts. And PPD not going to be able to TP out to safety. Does not have the cooldown. Sprout not going to be so helpful.
That's so
either.
depressing, actually. He's like, huh, I actually could have made it. Like, they had nothing to cut trees left. The Doom wasn't close enough with the Quelling Blade, I don't think. If he actually had a TP scroll left. I mean, I'm sure it was probably on CD.
I believe so, yeah. TP was, I don't know if he even had a TP scroll.
No, he didn't have the scroll, but I mean, like, yeah, see, he was still on CD anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Still for, like, would have been like 40 seconds or whatever if he had it.
I feel like this Ursa is doing surprisingly well in this top lane. He's had some support up here for sure, but he's number 2 on net worth overall.
All right, do you see what MP just did there? Oh, is he going to live? Oh, okay, so DJ was smoked up. TP did. MP doubled back and quelling bladed the tree underneath there so that DJ could come through smoked and stay smoked, but they didn't get the kill, so it's a little disappointing. And now Peter, they're pinging. They saw him do this. Oh, they have an observer ward here. That's why. So they saw him TP in and ward in behind the tower. So this kind of gives away what NIP are looking to do in the next little while.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate.
It's like they're hoping to set up for a 10-minute bounty rune engagement top. But NIP are remaining in the lead here. And they almost have that Necronomicon, just 300 gold away here for Fada.
Very close. Shadow Shaman getting some space in the mid. Dire scan. Reads the rotation from PPD. Very nice.
Doesn't really matter, though. I mean, yeah, he's about to show anyway, right? Like, all these treants on the tower.
Yeah.
Biding his time in the jungle. No defense here. In fact, they might even get
DJ's going to get caught anyway. It's a level 4 poison from the Dazzle now. 2 more right clicks, and he should die.
And one of the reasons he's been so rich these games is because he's just not dying in a lot of these earlier rotations on DJ. Sox is just walking at Abed. Not even casting spells.
And on the other side, Jabs is kind of battling with Ace. Abed will get away. He'll be just fine. Bounties have come out, and that's going to become the new priority. NIP get the top 2, and Fnatic will grab the bottom 2 bounties. Compliments of the puck.
Even bottled up for both of those too, so Abed going to be happy about that. They didn't quite finish off that tower, but Ace is blurred up here, just waiting to strike for the final blow if Jab steps too close.
Speaking of the puck builds, he is going to go for that Veil first. So a lot of stats on the puck, a little bit beefier than usual at level 9. Jabs.
Man, look at Ace.
Caught by the Sprout. Easy pick. That's a dead Jakiro and a dead tower. Dazzle gets both.
I like how patient Ace was. Like, doesn't even dive in there, doesn't worry about it, doesn't offer any opportunity for a Dream Coil turnaround. They just stay completely spread and split. And a puck losing your tower, like, if you lose your tower as puck, it's usually because you rotated down for, like, some sick triple kill and you were against a DK or, like, a DP or something. But Abed he didn't really get anything out of that. He got a couple bounty runes.
Yeah.
It's very rare. Like, usually the puck players are welcoming a bunch of heroes into their lane because then they have turnaround potential. But they just played that really well from the side of NIP.
Up top, MP. Under assault. PPD just TPing in, putting pressure on the tower. Lightstone to good use.
Another blur I hear here.
Jabs walking
under
by.
A dire ward.
Ace on the way in, though. Big damage onto the Jakiro. Only level 5. Easy kill for this Ursa.
Ah, blur. The false sense of security, right? Ace just walks past the ward invis. What a hero.
Gotta love it. Another tier 1 down. PA getting credit for that one. A little bit of extra gold. Bottom lane. Oh, hey, it's Ice, Ice, Ice. Haven't checked in on this guy in a little while. It's a Hand of Midas, level 8.
Not playing very greedy either. He gets the catapult to the tower, but then he just ditches it. He doesn't try and, like, tank for a bit and wait for the next wave or anything. Just too concerned about potential rotations. So, even though the PA and them were, like, just showing. They're all showing on wards, and he still didn't go for that, so...
Veil out for the puck, and then Ice, Ice, Ice will have his phase boots coming. Farming very well, though. Top of the charts for his team.
They're after him, though. They're smoking up that line in the Ursa. The Dastardly duo.
No finger, though.
Yeah, his spidey senses are tingling. He gets... the ult actually danced around him. It just missed him.
They might bump into the Shadow Shaman. No, they'll head south. PPD, TP's in. Ice, Ice, Ice. He's going to be caught. Follow-up Hex. Nothing he could do.
And that'll be 6 now for Soxa, too. So the finger is ready to rock and roll here. Came a little bit late. Not till 13 minutes, but he's going to look to make up for that by getting a couple plus 50s. Up top, you can see Ace is chilling near Jabs. TP's not up for another 7 seconds from the NP, but they will TP the line. It's going to be too late, though. Jabs will get out of there.
DJ.
All right, Abed. You got Veil. Time to fight. And here he comes.
Let's see it. Invisibility rune on. Might just set up onto the Ursa here. PPD leaves. Oh, no. This poor Ursa. He might just snap the tether. Nope, he's going to try to wait it out, but it's just too much. That's...
Oh, Courier? Ooh, nice one.
Okay.
It does leave that room for Ace up top, though, as he is nearly into the Battle Fury.
Fada is just farming away. Level 11 now on this core Dazzle. And going straight to the Guardian Greaves, as you talked about. Incredible item on Dazzle.
Top tower is
I like how he's just
under attack.
chilling with his mantle. He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Need some slots here.
I've been there.
Yeah, I can replace it with a buckler, it looks like. I guess he's got a fairy fire to get rid of first. Peter is, again, we talked about this way that, oh, nice. They got the scan on Ursa just as he went in the Roche. All right, well, they got the heroes for it. But MP and Ace are still tangling with each other up top, so they don't have their full arsenal to fight him. But 3-3 is really low. He's got to go.
Yeah, no Dream Coil. Definitely could have jaunted to that if he had the full rotation, but just coming up now, a couple seconds short. On the
So
other
this is
side,
what we're talking about, though, about like the Prophet was always a core hero, but then you look at something like this, too. Like, the deep vision you can get to support Nature's Prophet is pretty ridiculous. Now, they know that he's around here, and they're actually going to catch him right now.
but bounties are coming out, so we'll see what it's for. PPD's trying to make it home, and it won't happen. DJ grabs him there. And on the other side,
up top.
Doom, he gets fingered and killed, and up top, now Ace on the run, but Ursa, he's joining the party. He's going to run to the fire. This bear don't care. He does secure the kill that he came for, but Ace has already died. Now the stun from Lion connects on 2, 33. He goes back to fight. Phase shift from the puck. There's the rage from MP. They could still do this, maybe, but oh, the Ursa gets popped and put down. Now Fada makes the rotation, does connect on both with the poison. This puck could be in some trouble. I don't know if they'll have enough damage, though. The shallow grave comes out to make sure Saxa stays alive. Buys him a couple of seconds to heal from Dazzle, but not enough to stop the death.
That did not work out in an attempt to save the PA, so that's a almost 1,700 gold swing for the Dire side there. 800 gold for a Lifestealer that's on his way to building Armlet and Radiance. And he also took a wave with them, too, so that's even more gold.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just want to go back, so what happened with the Nature's Prophet, though, is that he got a little aggressive in the term of dewarding. So he put the sentry up on the high ground, and he decided to destroy the observer ward that was up there, because obviously that means he's being scouted. But then you're kind of stuck in this area for a while. So I love the way that DJ just kind of ran in there looking for him, right? Because he's like, all right, this guy's still in here lurking somewhere, and then instantly gets the kill because of it.
Absolutely. Things looking a little bit better for Fnatic now. The Blink Dagger just about there for Puck.
Damn. Look at Fnatic. They have the courier in the Roche pit. This is pretty unusual this early, but this is one of these spots where you can place it where it gives vision over Roche, but it can't be seen by the enemy. It's pretty dumb.
Definitely good against Ursa, though. Maybe a fight in the mid. Abed. Arcane Rune on, so a little bit eager to fight, perhaps.
Yeah, not a fight that the Radiant want to take. And they're back with the Roche on the brain here with the NP. Now, if he sprouts, they can scout it.
Is under attack.
And that is definitely a possibility with the Nature's Prophet. They might end up losing this courier if Peter shows up here.
This is Radiant Vision right now. Confirmed. You can't see it. This is dire. You can see the health bar on Roche, but you can't see Ursa. Abed.
That makes it so good for stealing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They might go for it. Potential Infest Bomb here. Jakiro drops a load into the pit. Now on the backside, PPD caught by the wards. It's turning into two separate engagements. Looks like PPD will be all right for now, but on the other side, Lion, he gets a grave. Not going to be enough to keep him alive. Now Dazzle on the run. Only
Not
one
the
casualty.
pairing you want on one side of the team fight. Dazzle and Lion. These two heroes, absolutely zero synergy. You know, there's no grave to keep a PA or an Ursa fighting. It's just a Lion who gets dream coiled, and Dazzle's like, well, you're on your own, buddy. I don't do a whole lot to help you. I can grave you, and then you're just gone.
He's got the mech now at least, so another tool in the kit. Double damage spawns outside of Roche. The Dota gods are just taunting them right now. Ah, you want to do Roche, do ya? Double damage on this frontlining Lifestealer. Remember, he's got an armlet, not a Midas. So he's able to fight.
That is quite the line drawn from Ice Ice Ice. He says, yeah, I'm going down bottom. See you guys later. Come with me or don't. I'm out of here.
You guys are really slowing down my farm right now, so looks like he'll go for a Crimson Guard most likely.
He is spotted by this ward, though. He might just be dead. They might TP someone to Shrine and kill him, but that's what they're saying. They're like, listen, he's going bottom because they might just be going to the Roche pit, and that's why they scan it, too. thinking that Icy Ice is just running interference.
PPD hanging around down here. Did have some Necronomicon units nearby, but he'll head back to the well. Up top. Ace has a Battle Fury, by the way. I hadn't mentioned that yet. Not
top of the net
too
worth.
far off the first Mithril Hammer either. Jab's going to feed his life away, and that might actually be Mithril Hammer gold there.
Indeed it is.
So Deso not far off.
Mid lane, looks like Abed will just toy around a little bit with Fada before orbing away. And 3-3 just in bold strategy runs into the pit.
This is a man with a mission right now. He's committed. Sidesteps the orb. Beautiful. Look at this game sense.
Oh, wow.
Mid lane, Fada. You're going to get initiated on by MP over here. Another one of these sort of spread out fights. Fnatic not really committing much to this Dazzle. Meanwhile, back in the pit, it does go down to 33. He grabs the Aegis, and this is where the real fight's going to break out. Doom drops his ult onto Lion. He's going to chase him down over there. Where the hell's everybody else? They're diving past the tier 1. They'll almost bring down Fada, but he gets off the shallow grave. What is going on here? Saksa, is able to get off the finger. That brings him down, and there was an infest as Jabs dies on the other side. This is
I can't believe Fada got home.
There he is. He jumps out of the infest. Oh, no.
In amongst all of those snakes, he must have jumped in one of the range creeps. Or sorry, the radiant creeps there.
That is a moment where I truly wish we had some instant replay. There were 3 little fights all going on at once. Fada was dove under the tower by that lifestealer. They stayed so committed, and the Dazzle didn't even die. He TP'd out at the end.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a finger that got DJ in that one.
Yep.
I don't even know what happened to the Doom. He died. Oh, he just got Ursa'd. All right, he just got straight up Ursa'd and PA'd at the same time.
The Lion bought back as well because the Doom used his ult on Lion and killed him originally, and then Saksa got back into the fight, which was pretty easy since they were diving past the tier 1.
Yeah, Lifestealer took 761 tower damage.
Okay.
It's quite a bit at this point in the game.
I mean, Fada is in great shape now. He has the Guardian Greaves completed. He's going to leave it at Necro level 1 and move into a Force Staff now. So we'll itemize just towards more utility for the team. Prophet. Uh-oh, there's a ward here. Jabs knows he's up there. And who's going to win this battle? PPD does not have an escape plan. Jabs might die, though. It's so close. But in the end, PPD will be the fallen hero. That was a high-risk, high-reward teleportation there.
All right, Peter. Buyback time, am I right? Not really, though. Please don't. Jazz will make it home safely. Mid lane, Abed.
Phase shift. Nice blink.
Yeah, got the perfect angle there. No concerns.
Dagon up next.
Ah, Saksa skipped over the freshly buffed 100 cast range, I see. Went for the 90 damage.
Oops.
It has the Aether Lens. The 100's kind of nice.
They're both so tempting. It's like a permanent double damage rune. It feels so good.
Actually, more than a DD for him right now. It's I mean, when you add it up to like how much continuous control you have, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Even if you only attack once every 1 in 3 seconds. Oh god, Peter just TP'd right into them.
Uh-oh. Oh, Peter.
Oh, you. Where are the tips? Some definite tips need to be thrown out right there. The instant death into death. Instantly dewarded as well. The sentry was already down.
Well, that's what you call just plain unlucky, I think.
Greedy, perhaps? I don't know if I'd say unlucky.
Putting a ward where a sentry's already down is a little bit
okay. Well, I
I'd
meant
say.
daytime TPing there seemed a little greedy to me.
Yeah, well, okay, it's both. Unlucky and greedy.
All right.
Compounded by each other's factors, I'd say. Blake also up on Ice Ice Ice. He's still maintained this kind of quiet presence, but he's got some reach now and soon to be level 15.
Well, as DJ also will blink away here as he runs into 3-3. So the lead has not been growing very much for NIP. It's kind of felt like they've been controlling most of these engagements ever since the Roche, but they have this Aegis for just another minute, and there's no real goals within reach for them. They're still being stuck down bottom. The Dazzle has to constantly send the Necros down here. Ice just never leaves. And the mid tower looks like what they're going to rush for here. It's the only thing that's kind of within their grasp. Nice positioning from Abed. And he still has... Oh, actually, he doesn't have Blink. He's forced to coil.
Wow. That's a victory for NIP right there.
He's just like, okay, well, I can reach the end of my leash and still get this tower.
Well, works out okay. Down bottom, Ice is killing Necronomicon units. He actually has a creep with him here, so he can start whacking away at this tower. Also Frost Armor, so very beefy.
That is Radiance now for MP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
a little irritating for the PA. However, Ace is so far in this game that he has a BKB after this Ancient Camp. So he does not really care about your Radiance.
Deso and a BKB. This guy is huge.
Yep, sells the Stout, and it's on its way.
Radiant are scanning.
And there goes the Aegis. Perfect timing here from Fnatic, sinking their smoke with the end of that extra life. But the 25-minute rune, it's just a Lion, not what they want. I'm actually surprised he even jumped out. That was just not necessary, but at the same time, it ends up being a good thing because there's no one else up here either way. Time to just get back to farming for MP.
See, extra value smoke. The Aegis expired and the bounty runes came out.
True.
So they got to pick off, and they did secure all 4 bounties. Or did Soxa get that top one?
I believe he did.
Yeah, it looks like he did. Okay, so 3-1. Either way, Fnatic making a dent into that gold lead. Bada gets doomed straight away by Ice. Abed with the follow-up. Coil on 2. The Dazzle's definitely done for, but can they get Ace? Fresh BKB, there it is, gets turned on. Jakiro joins the party, but minimal damage there. Ice. TP home will not work. They've got the damage, and now the retreat. DJ gets one shot by Ace. Absolutely cut down.
Actual one shot. 1,230 damage on the 1,200 HP Shadow Shaman. I thought he might get away because Spada didn't have anything left. And I think his abilities were still on cooldown. He bought back so soon and just gone.
Up to the high ground we go. Buyback is available on Doom, but not on the Rasta. There will be wards in 20 seconds. Glyph buys them a few. They do big damage now with this Deso. Huge initiation onto Fada. There's your Infest Bomb, but he's going to live. Shallow Grave didn't even hit the mark. Buyback was used by Doom. MP getting low. Ursa going in hard, and he's found it. Finger of Death will finish him off. Respawn on the Rasta. Buyback available from the Nakes, but he's going to hold it. Now he's going to burn it. Doom getting very low, and this could be bad. Ward's very far back, but they've got the PA. BKB up in 3 seconds, and she's down. Coil, don't snap it. Abed still finds the kill. Dazzle now in trouble, stunned up, but he will live. Hex to follow. It's an overcommitment from NIP, and they are getting cleaned up now.
That's a lot for a tier 3, yeah. And that was no buybacks?
One buyback.
No, okay, they're just
Life
not showing.
Stealer.
Because I know it was double buyback.
Oh,
I was just wondering why they weren't on the
and
fight
the Doom.
recaps.
Yeah, and the Doom. So
Yeah.
way more economic damage than it seems.
I guess the Doom one was so far back that it just wasn't caught up in that one, eh?
Yep.
So, but either way, I mean, the Dazzle took a pretty heavy hit as well. He was at 3,100 before that first initial death. And then he died, he bought back, they won the mid-fight, but then he dies again now, so he's actually lost like 800 gold in that time frame, and maybe that's an alright price to pay for a tier 3, but it's only if you can go forward once again now and get the shrines. Otherwise, it's going to end up being worthless. They got to make sure that they're going to be able to secure that next Roche, and they've got time. It's 2 minutes now as we just get the timer for it.
Yeah, Dazzle does have... He skipped the Force Staff, decided to grab a Glimmer Cape instead, and now Hex is queued up. The Dazzle won't fall off for another 15 minutes or so, but he will absolutely fall off and start to feel more like a support than a core as this game goes on. The low cooldown Hex is really nice, though, I have to admit.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Puck also getting close to a Hex. Close-ish.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Does he have the
Yeah,
Seth?
I'm a little surprised by the Glimmer.
Oh, actually, that's someone else's. He's got a
No,
Lincoln's
he
Glimmer.
was looking at the scythe.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dire
Yeah, no, he'd been looking at the scythe before he had died the first time when he had
Well,
3,100
but then
gold.
Doom had a scythe or a mystic staff on the courier for the Shivas. That's what,
Oh, I
that's
see
what
what
threw
you're
me
saying.
off.
Yeah, I got you.
Thought it was Pucks
All
at
right, well,
first.
either way, Ace blurred up here. But the force staff from Jabs puts down the ward behind him too, and they're gonna find the courier because of that sprout, and it might be dead. The plus 90 damage. Saksa.
No
Courier
cargo.
down. Yep. No scouting now though. They have to keep shoving out the orbs, but it is another 45 seconds. But now they have that constant worry inside of them, and they're gonna smoke up here with the blink. The Shivas. Doom is such a good initiator right now. I'd really like to see the hoof stomp or something. I mean, obviously the ice armor is very good too, but I guess you just have to rely on your Puck and let Puck do his
Both
thing.
teams are smoked. PPD reveals the smoke from Fnatic. The rest of NIP trying to wrap around the jungle.
He uses the night vision there too, right? Because he's sitting on top of his own ward like that. So he knows that when his smoke pops, he's going to see them and they're not going to see him.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Oh, the ulti. It hit the Doom in the mid lane. He says, they have wards here, guys.
Dire's top
Shrine ends up going
has
down.
fallen.
So both teams smoke up.
Radiant's
Not a
middle
lot
tower
comes of
is
it.
under attack.
NIP tightening their map control just a little bit more.
Is under attack.
Now PPD jumps down bottom, summons some trees. He gets the hell out of here.
Again, this game, his farm acceleration, much better than the usual Peter because he is on this Nature's Prophet. And he's going to be grabbing the Spirit Vessel. He doesn't have any charges at the moment. But he's ready for that next Aegis and Cheese fight here as they take advantage of the fact that they realize that Fnatic had rotated to the bottom half of the map.
So Cheese right now in the hands of the Ursa. And Aegis on the PA. Ursa with that BKB. He is ready to fight.
Look how aggressive Ace is playing. He is alone right now. This is crazy.
I mean, he was literally one-shotting supports not that long ago, Trent. I think he's feeling pretty confident.
I'd say so.
They are ready to start poking at high ground, that's for sure. Medallion Spirit Vessel. And another Hex queued up, this time for PPD.
Puck already has Lincolns, though. So it's not the best game for it. But likely targeting MP with it, I'm sure.
That would be ideal. Ace clearing out some creep waves. Both sides
He needs
playing very cautious.
Yeah, he needs level 20 on MP, though. He's going for the Halberd. He already has the Talisman of Evasion, and then he wants to get the 20% evasion as well.
Gold and sweet.
Rasta with some cast range now. He just recently hit level 15.
Ace gets the Rune of Immortality. We'll see if he ends up throwing away his Aegis with it. Bit of a carry player classic, but
Yeah.
is he going to dive here? Oh, he's blurring. Here we go.
Let's see it, Ace. Ice, ice, ice. Great positioning up on the high ground. Could counter-initiate this. DJ hits him with a Hex. Gets the hell out of there. That'll be the end of the haste.
Dire's
All
bottom
right.
tower is under attack.
Fnatic now, hungry to initiate. Good positioning up on the high ground. Could definitely defend this tower. And NIP...
Dire's
I don't know.
bottom
It's
Okay,
not
never
worth
mind.
it, man.
They can't defend it. They jump onto Saksa instead. Hexed up. Shallow Grave is there. Ice, ice, ice charging forward. They want another target. They jump in onto Fada, and it looks like they might just have the damage. No Shallow Grave, and he's dead. BK beat Ursa. He's been doomed. Buyback on the Shadow Shaman. As PPD pops the Shrine. Ace ready to join this party. They might be able to still turn it around. He destroys Jabs. Saksa and 33 fall, and now Ace. He's running low on options. He pops the BKB late just to try and survive. Abed blinks forward. Lincoln's gets broken. Ace is not in the clear yet. Only a few seconds left on this BKB. And this might be the end of the Aegis. Caught by the Shivas, the Infernal Blade. Aegis is down. Only PPD alive, and they're going to get him again, most likely. Hex.
Didn't see a way out if he died without using that BKB, so he's forced to pop it pre-Aegis, and damn, Fnatic find a great fight. The way they started that fight, too, just instantly onto Saksa. He's forced back, like forces out a pretty bad grave, because Fada's forced to use it on just this support line. And then Fada gets targeted down. The Doom wasn't ideal because it was just on the Ursa, but hey, it meant that he couldn't use the cheese. So that's pretty nice, right? If you Doom the PA, she's just going to come back with the Aegis, and then she's never going to pop her BKB. So they just found that perfect angle. They were a little bit too spread there from the side of NIP.
Strikingly even, though, 20-20 at 34 minutes, and that goal just shifted over the zeroed out mark for net worth advantage. Respawns on the way, wards come down, and a glyph. Tier 3 tower could likely fall here to level things out. 33 TP's in, Hex onto the Doom, but likewise onto the Ursa. Tower still taking a lot of damage from the wards, and it will fall. Now the Ursa caught by the shackles. There's that cast range. Shallow Grave comes, he gets off the cheese, but this Ursa's still in a lot of trouble. These wards doing so much damage, he's down. No buyback on the Ursa. Tether gets broken by PPD, as well as Soxa. Oh my lord, they're crumbling here, Trent. PPD dies after the grave. Buyback there, but this mid lane of Barracks should be done for. The wards will expire, and the buildings will fall. That's cute.
They're going to try something here. He's got the 8-second BKB.
Whoa!
Ace!
Ace!
10.
Uh-oh, he gets Dagon before the BKB. Takes him down to about half HP. MP on the way out. But the reinitiation, Ice jumps in, has Doom up in a couple seconds if he can find the mana, but Hex onto PA, no BKB for 50. Rage about to expire also. There's the BKB from Ice. I think
missed.
Fnatic are finally done.
They needed that Earth Spike on the DJ. Would have had a chance at a twofer, but they're going to get out instead. And man, it looked like NIP were just hitting this timing. Getting the Aegis, getting the cheese, and then what seemed like a pretty safe push, but they actually just, they almost got a little bit too split because of the haste rune. It kind of feels like he kind of rushed up ahead, was playing with the treants, and we had the entirety of NIP was kind of split like in this box, you know what I mean? Like they were pretty far apart.
Yeah.
And the line just got jumped right in the center and created a bad fight for the side of NIP. And then obviously the fight inside the base was just a cluster of Shadow Shaman wards.
What a swing, though. 7,500, now the favor for Fnatic after a very tight game that's been hedging towards NIP throughout most of the mid game. Fada has picked up an Eon Disc. Great item on Dazzle in this kind of situation where you're having trouble surviving. Guarantees you'll get some heals off. And
that reduction is
57
very good.
seconds.
That's insane, actually.
That is.
All right, so now they are dependent on the next Roche, it feels like, for the Radiant team. Unless they can really delay this out till buybacks are back or something. But currently, I mean, you're looking at 6 minutes for the Lion and the Nature's Prophet. At least Ursa and Dazzle is just gold, as well as the PA. And they just bought this smoke on DJ, and off they go. They have a gem. Jab's bot. I'm not sure where it is. It is on the puck. Oh, there she is.
Ace needs to be careful here. There's the Hex. A lot of follow-up damage, and they've got the burst. That's a dead PA.
Just so greedy. He popped Satanic, but he didn't pop BKB.
Oof. 75 seconds on the sideline now. Little Fnatic get out of it. See that Roche timer in a minute.
And MP's just marching. Heads to the high ground, has his Hyperstone, the most important part of the AAC, of course, when you want to kill some buildings. And without the PA, there's just no way. I mean, you can see 3-3's just split pushing. Gonna try and find his TP back home here, but he knows that he's not gonna be able to save this lane.
No glyph. Wards come down. Absolutely a bottom lane of Barracks. There is still a tier 1 up top, though, so no threat of megas whatsoever. NIP can feel pretty comfortable just letting this go. It's unfortunate, but certainly not worth fighting over.
Maybe they can catch this puck, too. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult kill, but they see him. They have an Ursa on a Lion. You're definitely tempted right now if you're these two, I'm sure. But they're also being wrapped around upon by the remainder of Fnatic.
Going for the Shrine. Finish off that last access point. Actually, still the Shrine standing in the bottom jungle also. But
oh, another long Roche timer here, helping out the side of NIP.
2 minutes.
All right, so if you're NIP right now, I don't know if you can manage to lose. Like, if you lose this tier 2, right, you're just going to get warded. They're just going to dump shaman wards on your high ground, and it doesn't matter if you're all there, you're going to lose. So I feel you need to take this fight outside of your base. I don't think high ground provides you a very good advantage in this case.
Yes, you're absolutely right. The extra damage from the wards are going to cripple your structures
Look at
regardless.
This sneaky observer, though. It spots where the Ursa is. They know NIP are up here and are coming to contest them. And again, more wards up on the high ground now, too. So they're going to try and use the PA blur to sneak her way in here.
Well, Saksa able to finish off DJ on the other side, but it's going to cost him his life. They'll go 1 for 1, but with Frost Awards not in the equation, I think it's an okay trade.
It's not bad. I mean, it would be better if the Roche was going to be up before either of them respawned, but it's only going to be up for about 10 seconds at that point.
That's true. Wards would have been up about 5 seconds from now, so this definitely buys NIP some time.
Yep.
The hero lion play, the true sacrificial lamb.
Oh, here we go again, though. The Doom Refresher. NIP have seen this one.
Now, they know this trick.
Yeah. But in this case, I mean, he still has Doom, so this will be Walton in the inventory for Ice Ice Ice. So at least NIP should be aware of it. And the 40-minute bounty runes are only going to get... all right, they'll get 2. I was going to say. Peter's going to double back for it. Well, as the Dota 2 tip said, the Aghanim Scepter, if you're dealing with Magic Immunity, is a requirement for the puck. So... Abed currently eyeing that one up here.
Makes that stun ridiculous. Doesn't it? 4.5 seconds through a BKB.
Something. And he's got an Infester. As they send the Treants in to scout the puck. And also scout the Jakiro Illusion, scouting Roche. And both heroes will be returning here from their respective sides.
I mean, at this point, there's no surprise. It was pretty much the max timer for Roche. Everyone knows that it's up now. That top tier 1 finally goes down.
Ice Ice has no buyback. That is pretty big. He is by far the best target they can get here for NIP. If he goes down, they can take a fight. Obviously, goes down without getting off a Doom. And they have the Scythe. I mean, they have the burst damage from the PA. They have the Finger of Death. Currently with 5 stacks. Holy moly. That's a lot of damage.
Sure is. Fnatic grouping up. Still some Treants in the pit. Both sides know how fast the opposition can kill it. Lifestealer picked up a Halberd also. Frost Awards deployed. We'll finish off this Roche as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they are not getting here in time. Close, but no cigar here. Well, maybe I spoke too soon.
Roche is at 50%. Jabs is going to try to intercept, and he does, but still 3k HP on the big boy. Puck jumps in, just trying to scare him back right now, and does finish off PPD. Ice, Ice, Ice. Tries to get off the Doom, and he does. There's the refresh. He gets off the second Doom as well. BKBs have already been popped. Buyback now used by the Doom. Ice, Ice, Ice got the gold for it. They finished off Fada. He'll burn his buyback also. Saksa stuck in the trees, brought down. These Doom targets are in trouble.
He died to neutrals.
PA's brought down, and they get another. It's 33. Crippling losses now for NIP around the Roche pit. Fnatic with all 5 alive, although Doom did go down and buy back. Let's take a look at the recap.
Yeah, he managed to deny himself to the Ancients.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, got him. But, yeah, I mean, that's likely. Cheese is still in there. Who needs it, they say. Looks like Jabs wants it.
Jakiro's like, you know, wait a second.
I'll take your pity, Cheese.
I mean, dragons are hungry.
Man, nice job by SSS, though. Gets off the double Doom. He got bashed. It was a little scary for a second there, but could not get the chain CC down. And even diving in the base now. I guess once the game didn't start snowballing, as we kind of said, out of the lanes for the Dazzle mid lineup, you knew that things might be a little dire.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dire favored.
Haha, tier 2 up top. She's going down.
No one's ever used that joke before.
And the Dire are in dire straits again. Oh, I'm original. Here we go. Glyph for the tier 3. Buyback from the Ursa. Possibly the final hold for NIP. They will have a PA coming up in 10 who does have a buyback. So still some options. But, that's another, that's a set of snakes there. That's going to be a refresher shard. And that's a lot of vibes. I don't know if they'll be able to save the barracks from this, especially without the glyph. Fnatic just kind of toying around with them at this point, and the Megas will be secured.
Sound the horn. Get him out of here. All right, well, the first time these two teams played, we had a Mega comeback. Now, it wasn't a 25K deficit, though. That is definitely a thing.
And Puck is at number 1.
A little different.
Because Puck is level 25 and getting that dank 420 per minute.
Setter. Got a refresher orb. Look at the gold tick up. That'd be a Aghanim Scepter in moments here.
Yeah, he's pretty loaded. I guess you dump the Veil at this point? He's pretty maxed out. I don't really know what you buy.
Either that or I think you just inventory swap the refresher, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. With you there. So slow and steady for Fnatic. They know that
sold the Veil.
just a matter of time. Well, there you go, Trent. How dare you correct my Veil analysis?
I'm just saying. I guess you're a Puck, so you can't really afford the swapping seconds, you know.
He's going to take it easy.
This is ambitious.
In the trees. He does have friends coming, but so does the Doom. So
He's
I don't know.
Space.
Who's got scarier friends? Looks like Prophet's going to be the one that gets caught. 33, though, on the low ground. Does finish off the Jakiro. Doom comes out. Ice, Ice, Ice does have the refresher on cooldown for another 22. Can't get that second one off. But NIP are running low on resources. PA Grave going to get brought down very soon. And down she goes. Now 33 stuck in the shackles. Boy, it's a long duration. And this Ursa can't get the job done. Other side, what do we got?
Your base.
Uh-oh, the Megas are coming in. They're going to finish it. Vipes come down. They're not going to be able to stop that TP. All the buybacks being deployed. Tier 4 is actually still standing. Ace able to hold thanks to his buyback. But the Chaos absolutely favored Fnatic. It was a 4 for 1. Not done quite yet. They found Saksa. Dagon deployed. DJ, oh my. Ghost Scepter used just in time. Saksa now getting low as he gets caught in the ice. Fada trying to run back to his tier 4s, but he's just taking too much damage. Shallow Grave there in time. Glimmer Cave to boot. No Eon Disc for 10. But he does make it back to the well. Puck, however, is in the well, and the throne dies. Fnatic, game 1, 46 minutes. Pretty convincing win.
I mean, a 31K lead is definitely not representative of this game, though, I don't think. Like, they had their moments for NIP. They looked so scary with that Aegis and Cheese and pushing in that bottom lane, but that's where they lost it. Just one really good team fight from Fnatic, and definitely fair to say that Fnatic have the better jump in a game like this. I think NIP should have the vision advantage because they're playing with an Aegis Prophet on the support, so you're always looking to have the forward vision, have a better idea of where your opponents are, but when it comes to just, like, raw initiation, you have Infest and Puck. Puck is probably the best just flat-out teamfight initiator in Dota. Has some other issues, you know, falls off when it comes to damage sometimes, but when it comes to starting good fights, Puck is one of the best there is, and of course, then you can just straight up eliminate someone from the fight with a Doom, so.
What an incredible Puck performance. 11-0 and 19, nearly 40,000 damage done. Next highest after him was only 27K. Huge impact. A little slow to get started in that game, but once he came online, man, he was unrelenting.
Herp derp, Nip played bad. Herp derp, Fnatic didn't play good. Herp derp,
Well, there you have it. That's the analysis of this game.
I guess that's what I said. Is it?
Well, 35-24. We'll see what happens in game 2. Fnatic 1 win away from securing themselves a spot in the upper bracket. NIP, they're going to have to win 2 in a row if they want to avoid those best-of-1 lower bracket openers. We're going to take a break, then we're coming back, boys and girls. Zyori and Trent here carrying through this long day. Game 2 after this.